Connie, you evil bitch. That wasn't the recipe. You looked me in the eye and you lied to me. You said Michelle Turnberg was going to be the next mayor of Fargo. Now it's Josh. Just some gay guy. Josh BOSCHEE, ladies and gentlemen. Not that there's anything wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with the idea that he's gay. Obama was gay. Justin Trudeau was gay. Trump is bi. Some of our leaders of all time have been gay. Let's give it a chance before we condemn him for anything other than his weight. By the way, Josh, you got to get a handle on that. No one likes a fat mayor, unless you plan to be a villainous Oswald Cobblepot type. All right, ladies and gentlemen, North Dakota mayor election results. Josh BOSCHEE struck it home with 46.7% of the vote. And in second place, I'm guessing mostly because of my endorsement, Michelle Turnberg turned in 27% of the vote. Josh received 10,092 votes. She received 5,977. And right below her, Denise Kolpak, David Pipecorn, and then Sekow Sirleaf. I don't know who the hell was voting for Sekow Sirleaf in general, but I guess there was a few stragglers out there, ladies and gentlemen. And we have a message, election day message from Josh, our new mayor in Fargo, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear it.
Good morning, y'all. Just did the deed.
He just had sex, ladies and gentlemen.
At least I have one vote for mayor, but appreciate all the support you guys have offered over the last 5 months.
You got it, Josh.
Good energy this morning in the voting location I went. We'll have a link for all the different Cass County places you can vote, not just for mayor, but also city commission, school board, park board. Vote no on constitutional measure 1, vote yes on Fargo infrastructure tax renewal number 1.
What are you talking about?
Some quick last minute plugs as we go into the full mode of
No one knows what specifically you're asking us to vote against, by the way.
So, thanks for any of you that are volunteering or working today at the polls. You make our democracy so accessible, and it was fun to walk in, especially when you all led the cheers for first-time voters that were voting this morning. So, some good energy. Get out and vote. You have till 7 p.m. today, and if you're able to, join us at the Avalon Event Center this evening as we watch election results come in. Have a great day, y'all.
Thank you so much, Josh. And now you're the fucking mayor. You are the mayor of Fargo. And listen, keep up the gentle fat guy energy like that. So is it Cam or Mitch? Which one from Modern Family? I don't know because I didn't watch it. You got this nice gentle fat guy energy. And whether or not you're a Freemason, that's not really... Can you confirm for us, yes or no, Josh? I think we just need a little more clarity. We need a little bit more true vision from our politics. Listen, from our politicians more specifically, we need them to stop belonging to these like brotherhood institutions, all this weird shit where they're like, we're bettering humanity, anything like that. We need to make sure if you belong to any Masonic lodge, you can never hold office, unfortunately. Josh, what ideas do you have to keep Fargo a destination city? Sodomy, non-procreative sex? Fargo is already pretty banging for that if you didn't already know. Also, Josh, you're gay, right? Would you rather be the ass guy or the dick guy, right? Because like if you're the ass guy, why would you want that? It's just like it's gonna hurt and you read to me as a dick guy. I feel like Josh doesn't let anyone bend him over. He's gonna bend you over. He's gonna bend this whole city over and have it raw all to himself. Best of luck to you, Josh. You're a real king, a dominant king. We hope you can be just as dominant in your governing as you are to your sodomites.
Fargo's been bringing a lot of new entertainment to Fargo. Like,
I only call his partners sodomites because he's not publicly married.
Sweet shots, kingpins, all those things like that. Under your leadership, is there anything that you would like to see more of in Fargo, whether that's restaurants, bars, more entertainment, anything like that? Is there anything you'd like to see?
Yeah, certainly.
Death.
Make sure Fargo is a destination.
A destination.
For those of us that choose to live here, that there are things we can do to keep ourselves busy and our families, but that people from around the region continue to come and spend.
Kill the
time.
panhandlers.
Then fund things like the Civic Center because they stay in hotels. Helps keep our small restaurants and small businesses alive because people.
How about you keep all of your development in the city limits of Fargo? How about you start actually holding it a little more close to yourselves and you stop encouraging development further out east? As a matter of fact, Detroit Lakes, get your nasty, all of you Fargoans who are moving out to my hometown, get your nasty mitts off that beautiful lakeside city. Listen, that lake, it's our lake, all right? It has swimmer's itch, and you wouldn't like it. You wouldn't appreciate it. You don't appreciate Zorbas during the summer. You don't appreciate it during the winter. If you're not willing to eat at Zorbas during the winter, you don't deserve the city, ladies and gentlemen. And I want every person who thinks that they're going to be able to call that city home in the future out. I want them out. They don't belong there. They are outsiders. And Detroit Lakes is a place that has community and values.
Or buying, their product. And so, I think whatever ideas folks have, and that's evolving. as far as what people are into and what they like. I would
love Walmarts that you can walk around in again.
To be able to work with the Fargo Dome Authority more to talk about what can we do more to activate that building.
What?
The Civic Center isn't chosen as a final site for the convention center. I've seen that as kind of a stranded asset. So what can we do to make sure that that is more accessible, whether it's community events or bringing in different promoters? You know,
You can have a bake sale.
A lot of EMD music that'd be a great place. It's a dark space.
Yeah.
EMD music? What, that you want to make every spot like the OB, the old Broadway? You want every place to be like the aquarium in downtown Fargo? These fucking lots where people with fucking nose rings and shit get sweaty all over each other? Why do you... What?
Good lights,
Yeah.
Good lights.
Nine was there.
Oh my god, I love how you can hear his hyposibilant S sometimes. Like, listen, Josh, you cannot get away from it. My gaydar goes off with you. It's alarmingly so.
Yeah. I've talked to some different folks who have said that they have tried to put together, produce a show, and they found it challenging.
What?
So how do we reduce that barrier? So again,
Okay, Josh BOSCHEE wants more shows. We need more shows to make Fargo a destination spot. Great. You know what? I think that great idea. If you want more shows, I have one to pitch to you. Live executions of the homeless that we managed to round up. Now, here, I understand many people are going to go, this is old school, this is medieval, we don't believe in public executions. What did they do wrong? They violated the camping ordinance, and that is crime enough. Listen, if we had a real leader in the Fargo City Hall like Michelle Turnberg, if we had a real leader who would use her ability to focus those satellites that are hovering right above our heads, I want the Fargo mayor to be able to call in a communication line directly to Raytheon, any lasers in the sky, and I want them to beam them down and vaporize homeless people in the middle of the night in order to make sure that our streets are clean, in order to make sure that we're safe. That is just what we need to do. And if you really think that Fargo needs more, we need drag queen story hour, shut the fuck up. We need public executions in the park. That is the only way to get this place bumping.
About the needle exchange program.
Not an exchange.
Hell yeah, Michelle.
Can you just explain that? Because I don't think
Michelle Turnberg about to tell you what the needle exchange program's truth is.
a lot of people understand even what that is and what the purpose is. Could you break that down for us?
Yes, it was a bill that was introduced into the state legislature, I believe, in 2018. They called it the Safe Syringe Program. And it was pretty wide open. And the idea behind it was to help prevent the spread of communicable diseases.
Well, by the way, this all started with the AIDS epidemic in the 80s. It all draws back to the idea of if you don't want gays, because apparently gays are the only ones using heroin, but if you don't want people to get clean needles, you're homophobic. You're actually anti the poverty. You're anti the poverty stricken. No, I'm anti the poverty stricken slamming needles into their veins. How about that?
Well, what it's done is it's attracted people from all around the region to come to Fargo and to get their free needles, which they throw all over the city.
Hell yeah.
We're encouraging people to do illegal drugs.
I find them in the park. I find them in the park when I go on walks. It's nice when you just walk around and find a hypodermic needle.
Crack pipes? I mean, what on earth? That wasn't approved by the city. That was never even brought forward. The only way I found out about it was a police officer reached out to me and asked what was going on and why are there so many crack pipes around City Hall? Well, because across the street they were handing them out. So that needs to stop.
Agreed, Michelle Turnberg, but now it's not going to be able to stop because we have Josh, but listen, BOSCHEE, whether or not you run the city into the ground, that is up to you. You're not this, I know that people like to call you a politics guy. Yeah, you were bought out for the Senate. You were bought out in order to make sure that you're just this face that goes along with the program. You're a real estate broker. You're a land guy. The fuck do you know about anything when it comes to running a city? You can't even keep your buildings in order, by the way. I know people. Your company sounds fake as hell. Real Brokerage LLC. Are you stealing money? What kind of a business name is that? The hell? Who are you, Josh? Come on the show. We need answers about who you are. No one understands you. I promise you. I'll contain myself. I'll cool it on the sodomy and fat jokes. I just want to know that you're not a Freemason. I look your name up on Google and it comes up with the Moorhead Masonic Lodge. Please tell me there's nothing to this, that you disavow secret societies. Please, Josh. We cannot trust you unless we know this absolute tentpole issue. You're not the new fatter Pete Buttigieg. This is not South Bend, Indiana. Please. By the way, if you do not know about the Moorhead Masonic Lodge or the Masonic Lodge in Fargo, look it up. It's in the neighborhood of Washington on Google Maps, up on 3rd Street North. If you're looking for the one in Moorhead, Moorhead's Lodge is on 11th Street North, also on Google Maps. They try to lure people in with free breakfasts every Saturday and shit. And by the way, if you know one of your family members that's a Freemason, get mad at them for that. Get mad at them for the fact that they're joining secret societies. Don't get mad at the fact that your dad supports ICE. Get mad at him because he goes and sacrifices children at night. Don't get mad at him because, you don't want illegals to have just as many rights as the natural-born Americans. No. Your dad is digging a ceremonial dagger out of the broken sternum of a 6-year-old. You need to look at things honestly with real, true perspective. Okay, folks, whatever. I think that there's a real issue with who the new mayor of Fargo is, but I don't know. I have no idea whether or not the guy bought out by super PACs is going to be decent. I have no idea whether or not he's going to run the city into the ground, but can I just tell you this? No matter what he chooses to do, to whoever, like, if you live in the city Fargo long term and you're like, man, my family has lived here for a long time, then you're fucked. I'm sorry to say it, you're kind of fucked. You're the one who's trapped here. People like me who can come and leave whenever they please, it's a little bit better for us. I'm sorry to say it. I'll continue to comment on your city. I'll continue to watch it. I'll continue to survey it. But whatever happens to it, I don't, I'll just leave. I'll just head out of the Fargo Moorhead area if it gets bad enough. If it gets to the point where there is rapes on every night, on every street corner, in every apartment building, there's like blonde girls getting dismembered by their boyfriends, like how whatever happened a couple months ago, like, I will just head out. Yeah, in all honesty, when that person comes knocking on my door, that'll be the last day that you see me in town. Because I love a show. I love a show especially that has nothing to do with me, and this has nothing to do with me. Objectively, I thought that this city could be an interesting place. I thought Moorhead could be an interesting place. They are governed so poorly that it's like, you walk around certain destinations, they feel like Saudi Arabia. And this is not because of the race of the people occupying the apartment buildings. It kind of is. Some places. But in all honesty, the white people are just as trashy. They like to pretend that just because they live in North Dakota, Minnesota, the white people are suddenly, we're middle class and shit like that. You live in a one-story house. Get off your high horse, all right? I'm going to be honest with you. Most of you live in one-story houses, and that's nothing to be proud of. And even more of you live in apartments. So enough with this lofty attitude that most cities obtain. By the way, the city of Fargo is one of the loftiest places you'll ever meet, where these people, it's very distinct. Once you slowly start to get out of the center of downtown, there's a little bit more, tread in people's steps. There's a little bit more people who know their way around. There's people who know that the city's full of shit. There's people who just kind of, but they live with it. It's like the people that who have cancer and they just keep smoking, and you go, isn't your doctor telling you that you're set for 5 years from now? And they go, I'm going to keep smoking because, like, it's just 5 years. Why not enjoy those 5 years? That's what the attitude is of people who've been in the city of Fargo long term. And I don't plan to be one of those types. Unfortunately. I plan to live in it as long as it gives me content to talk about.